back online and have come to the conclusion that we're not going to do a cleaning. We are going to recommend a blast and recoat. We're going to go ahead and continue on with our inspection, and starting at the 12 o'clock, go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, so I'm right here at the 12 o'clock, like John just said, and we're going to go ahead and start evaluating this thing here. You can see we have quite a bit of rust nodules on the rung and the rail on the back side. Pretty much looking like the coating on the floor as far as blisters go. You can see we have some blistering right here. We also have some splatter though. Sometimes it's a little hard to tell the difference between micro blistering and splatter, but you can definitely tell there's a bit of both on this. So far, it is all the way up, looking like this. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a rust grade of a 5 today. This is our spatula that we brought in case we were going to do some repairs. I'm going to go ahead and remove that as we exit your reservoir. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple pictures here of your well, get some of these coating discrepancies here. You can see that micro blistering starting to pop open, break open, and start causing those rust nodules there. You can see coating is a little bit better on the walls, but well, I mean it's a lot better than the floor, I guess, but it's still in pretty bad condition as well. Definitely just gonna want to blast and recoat. Just not even mess with it. And okay, continuing on now. Gonna go ahead and work my way in a clockwise manner here. Coming across our first manway. Get a picture of this real quick. This is a 24-inch manway. Okay, you can see here we have quite a bit of blistering on that coating as well. The gasket here, let me go ahead and give it a touch. It is pliable a little bit. I'm definitely going to want to recommend you just replacing that gasket as well, since you're going to be getting a blast and recoat. Always a good idea to just put new seals on everything. I'm going to go ahead and give this one a rust grade today of a 6. And so with that, I'll go ahead and continue on now. Like I said, I'm trying not to step on too many of these rust nodules, but they are everywhere. And we do have a skiff of sediment in here. It's kind of a sandy material. This is a 8-inch drain right here. This drain is about the 1 o'clock. You can see we have quite a bit of rust nodules on the penetration here. Then as I look down inside the pipe, it's completely 100% covered with rust nodules. I'm going to go ahead and give this a rust grade of a 1 today. Well, actually, I'll make that a 0. It's more than 50%. So with that, I'm going to continue on now. Taking a look at more of these rust nodules here. You can see, like these ones right here are about 4 inches. Just continuing along now. I'm going to get a good look on the floor to wall as well. I'm actually going to just go ahead and follow this whole seam all the way to the 6 until I can make my way around the other column. So here you can see, let me get a good clock position for you, let you know where the majority of these are going. So right now I'm at about the 2 o'clock. Taking a look at these ones right here, they're getting kind of worse. Just taking a look there. Definitely a good idea to just blast and recoat this. The coating's completely failing here. I'm going to go ahead and get a picture of this area now at the 3 o'clock. Let me get a good, some good corrosion in these pictures here. This is a good one right here. Oh, don't do that, camera. Alright, looks like I got a dead battery here. Oh shoot. Okay, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and continue on with my inspection. I'll just come back later with the pictures, I guess. Taking a look here, you can see more and more rust nodules here. It's pretty bad along the seam, actually. It does look like they tried repairing them, but all of those repairs are failed. Not doing any good down here anymore. Let me go ahead and pan up and down your walls as well. Like I said, the walls aren't quite as bad. There's still a lot of micro blistering and isolated areas of blistering like there. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be looking like the floor here soon if it doesn't get repaired. So panning out a little bit, taking a good look, you can see all these discrepancies are remaining consistent throughout this entire floor. Continuing back along the floor to wall seam now. It's where it's pretty bad as well. You can see more, about a half of an inch to an inch blisters there. I'm not going to disturb any of those because I don't want to accelerate any more of that corrosion process. You start breaking into those and get more oxygen down into them, and they'll just start corroding away even more. I'm not sure what your guys' plan is for how long until you're going to do this blast and recoat. I definitely recommend ASAP. Here we come across another manway. This one here is now at about the, I can't really see the, okay, right there. So this must be about the 630. This is a 24-inch manway as well. This one looks to be a little bit worse condition, a little bit heavier blistering you can see there. The gasket's in just the same shape, pretty bad. Overall, I'm going to say this is in poor condition. Heavy blistering, moderate corrosion. Give this a rust grade of a 4. I do believe I gave that, well, the last one was a 6, I believe, so this one will be a 5, about. Okay, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and continue on now. Just panning across your floor here. You can see discrepancies are remaining consistent there, as long as along with the floor to wall here. Quite a bit of rust nodules there. And then this right here, up here, that's just some heavy staining on the actual wall caused by that corrosion there. Continuing on now, panning up as far as I can. The walls still got a lot of micro blistering everywhere you can see when I get real close. You can see that blistering there. That's everywhere on the wall. Then we do have a couple isolated patches that are bigger. Like I said, I'm not going to disturb those. Panning around a little more though. Get out to your floor a little bit, make sure we're not skipping over much. I did already inspect most of this on that first online you saw though. So with that, currently located about the 9 o'clock. Gonna go ahead and just keep looking here along your floor to wall as requested there. You can see all these discrepancies remaining consistent. Definitely poor condition down here. So with that, we do come across what I believe is your common inlet outlet. I only saw this, that drain over there, and then we got your overflow here. Do believe this is a common inlet outlet. Excuse me, is 10 inches in diameter. It does have a little silt riser on here, and I actually do believe it's sucking out right now. We got a little bit of suction going down in there. It is a 4-inch sediment riser. Taking a look down inside, you can see we have quite a bit of rust nodules in there. A lot of surface corrosion as well. A pretty big one right here where they tried repairing, but broke through. I'm going to go ahead and give this a rust grade today of a 6 overall.
And this is our outlet?
What was that?
Or this is our outlet we're at?
Yeah, this is our outlet, but I do believe it's a common inlet outlet.
Well, what position is that?
We are at the 11 o'clock, and now we're at the 11:15 with this overflow.
Actually, I believe that's going to be your high fill.
Is this your high fill? Okay. I will,
Well, he's saying that one that you were just looking at is an outlet.
Okay, roger that. Roger that, excuse me. So we got your outlet there at the 11, here at the 11:15, I guess is your high fill. I'm gonna go ahead and, go all the way up. Sorry about that. Taking a look here at your flange, though, you can see quite a bit of rust nodules there as well on the hardware. You can see those patches down there at the penetration have broken through as well. Here's another pretty good sized rust nodule there on the actual pipe. This is about a 10-inch piece of plumbing here. Yeah. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and follow this piece up before we drop back down and continue on here. You can see we have a lot of micro blistering on this as well. So continuing on now. The actual pipe itself doesn't have as much corrosion on it as most of the other coating does, but it's still in poor condition with the amount of blistering we have on it. You can see here a couple more spots of corrosion there. Just continuing to make my way up. Here at a standoff now. You can see we have quite a bit of corrosion on that hardware there. More blistering. The coating's completely starting to fail everywhere. It's not really starting. It's been failing for a long time now. So continuing on now at another flange. I'm going to go ahead and get some air out of my suit so I'm not launching up. Alright, more heavy blistering here, you can see. Overall, poor condition of the coating. Making my way up a little farther now, almost to the water's line here. More corrosion, everything remaining consistent there. So, you are right, this is a high fill. It is still below the water line here. Let me get an accurate measurement now that I'm on the top. It is an 8.5-inch piece of plumbing here, inside diameter. Do have a little bit of corrosion on the inside of this as well. I think overall I'm going to give this a rust grade of a 6 today overall. Yeah, 6. So, since I am here, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at your liquid level indicator float here. You can see it's right here, floating properly, suspended. Everything is in good condition there, still in the guide wires and everything. Do have some surface corrosion there at the penetration of the roof. Overall, though, the float's in excellent condition. Just a little bit of minor corrosion on the hardware there. So, trying to look to see where our overflow is then. Guess I'm gonna have to take another look around. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and dip back down here underwater.
Your overflow is gonna be right past your 12 o'clock, right around your 1.
Oh, roger that, thank you. Oh no. Having a little bit of trouble clearing here, one sec. Shoot. Alright, just one moment please. Let me go back up and try and neutralize my ears a little bit more. Alright. That's better. Okay. Continuing to make my way down here. on bottom now. Take a look at the guide wires down here on your floor. You can see quite a bit of corrosion there. But the wires, I guess, are still doing their job, just holding the float up there, so in fair condition. That does bring us back to about the 12 o'clock here, so let me go ahead and look over where your overflow is. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do that at the very end. Let me go ahead and look at your center column first before we go ahead and leave bottom for the final time here. Just panning out once again where I previously went online and looked on your floor. You can see the amount of corrosion down here. It's really bad. Alright, at your center column now, you can see here the amount of blistering and corrosion is very severe. It's a very poor condition. All the way around here. Go ahead and get a measurement of this as well for you. This, I do believe, is a 8-inch column as well. Some heavy blistering there. Heavy rust nodules as well. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and, you know what? Actually, I do think I have to come back down here and take my pictures again anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and follow this up. We'll take a look at that overflow once we get up top. Alright. So, painting all the way around this thing here. You can see very heavy blistering right here. I don't even want to touch them. They're probably about to burst open any second. So, continuing on. You can see not as much corrosion on the actual column here, but boy, the blistering is pretty bad. So, continuing on now, I'm gonna probably go ahead and rate this column here, rust grade of a 6 today. Alright, and you can see here it cones out pretty big to the roof. A lot of blistering up there on the actual ceiling as well. Go ahead and swim back towards the 12 o'clock here. Panning, you can see the ceiling's in poor condition as well. I'm going to go ahead and give this rust grade of the ceiling a rust grade of a 2 today. The amount of corrosion there. I do see your overflow now. Continuing to look here at your ceiling now. A lot more blisters, a lot of which have broken open, causing all that surface corrosion. Taking a look at your roof support as well. Pretty bad shape. So here we come across your overflow. Go ahead and take a look at this real quick. It is a 8-inch piece of plumbing as well.
Camera's out. There you go.
This is 8-inch piece. You can see quite a bit of corrosion up in the inside there. Overall, I'm going to give it a rust grade of a 7. So, with that, we do have a little bit of telemetry in here as well. Take a look at this stuff. You can see all these zip ties appear to be intact. Holding up this what was that? Camera.
Video camera's out.
Telemetry does appear to be in good condition though. Give it a rust grade of a 7 with all the corrosion there. So with that, we're going to go ahead and recommend that you blast and recoat this tank here. The amount of corrosion and blistering here is just far too extensive, or far too gone for us to really do anything with. So, with that, I'll go ahead and turn it back to you, John.
Alright, thanks Ryan. At this time, Liquid Vision Technology would like to thank Skamania County PD for letting us come and do the inspection. We do